Hello, thank you for joining me. My name is Madeleine and I have a 30-minute strength training program for you. All you're gonna need is a sturdy chair because we're gonna be sitting in the chair for this exercise, a band or exercise tubing to create a little extra attention for the muscles, but we're not using it right away. We're gonna warm up, so we're just gonna place it right there on the back of your chair. Smart idea to have water close by. And with that, I'm going to start our timer, and let's have a seat, sitting up very tall. So before we start, let's check our posture. Feet flat on the floor, not tucked under your body, but out right underneath your knees. Shoulders back and down, chest lifted, and just march your feet. So we're gonna warm up, take a few minutes to get a little heat in our bodies. Always smart, right? Okay, you're just picking up your feet, right, left, feeling the beat. Let's add some arms. Reach forward and back, reach forward and back. Notice a couple of details. Can you see my thumbs are up when I reach out? Try that too. Notice how my feet are moving and my arms. It's good coordination as well as warming our bodies up. Give me 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last one, and give it a little breather, shake it out. Whew. How'd that feel? Okay, check your posture again. So we don't want to be slumpy. We want to be tall, lifted, shoulders back and down. Now, to get my shoulders back, I have to squeeze the muscles right between my shoulder blades. So see if you can feel that. Once you have that, reach arms out, front, out, and in. With me, go out, front, out, and in. Out, front. So we got our arms going. Let's see if we can add a foot pattern to this. Right leg extend, out, forward, out. Now left leg, out, forward, out. In right leg, keep those arms going. Left leg, out. One more time, right leg, out. Can you tell how my thumbs are up? I want your thumbs up too. Now hold right here, good job. Again, I'm getting your attention right off the bat, right? All right, feet flat. Let's do a little range of motion exercise. You're gonna twist to the right and then look as far back as you can and then come back to center. Try this side. Twist to the left, come back to center. Notice you're not moving from your hips. You're only moving right here from your middle torso. And come back to center. And again, I don't think I told you what we're gonna focus on today. Today we're focusing on our core. That's all the muscles between your shoulders and your hips. Let's do that twist one more time. Look over your shoulder, back to center, and then the other way. Nice, come back to center. All right, little hip mobility, bring that knee up and out, and back to center. And the other side, up and out, back to center. Feels good, right? Try to exaggerate it. Let's make that knee lift a little higher and maybe step out a little farther. This side. Excellent. One more time each leg. Go up, out, in, down, and this leg. Yes, very good. All right, shoulder circles. And I think we're ready to start. Last one. Good job. Excellent. Okay, let's find our abdominals. So the core is not just abdominals, but that's where we're gonna start. Feel your belly button moving towards your spine. Can you pull the belly button towards your spine and then release? Try it again. Think deep in your belly. I want you to feel those deeper abdominal muscles and then release. This is what we call engaging our abdominals or bracing our abdominals. Pull that belly button in and release. Try it again. Pull your belly button towards your spine. Another way of helping you find these muscles is to pretend cough. So go, and did you feel this area here kind of brace? Try it again. Just do it without the cough and keep those muscles now tight and engaged. Can you also tell your upper body is still relaxed? You're not tense. You don't have to hold your breath. by holding those abdominal muscles. Okay, from here, lean back, or what we call a reverse hinge, and then come upright. I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see it a little bit better. So my feet are staying flat on the floor, and I just hinge back, moving only from my hips, and I come back up to upright position. Let's try it again. Now you're only gonna go as far as you can, still stay in control. What you should be feeling right here is those abdominals bracing and pulling yourself back up. Let's do a few more. A little more challenging version would be to have your hands across your chest and come back up. We're gonna do 4 more. Here we go. You're gonna lean back, exhale. Oh, I forgot to talk about breathing. You can't hold your breath. It's not good for you. Exhale on the hard part. So exhale right here and then lift yourself up. Last one, exhale and lift. So I felt all these muscles here, rectus abdominis, transverse abdominis, those are the deeper abdominal muscles. That's where I want you to be feeling it too. Let's add a rotation first, just like we did in the warm-up, remember, where we twisted, but make sure your left hip is anchored as you twist to the right and then come back to center. Try it this way. Right hip is anchored, so you're pushing down on the hip as you twist and move only from your middle back. 3, 3 to the right, 3 to the left. Ready? Here we go. Go 1, 2, 3, back to center. And 1, 2, 3. So you're going far, farther, farthest. Back to center. And 1, 2, 3, center. So you're getting a little more range of motion and center. Keep that anchor as you twist to the opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 1 more. 1, 2, 3, and center. Excellent. How about we put those 2 moves together? We have the lean back, we have the twist, back to center, all the way up. You ready to try? Here we go. Lean back, twist, center, all the way up. And again, lean back, twist to the left, center, pull yourself up. And again, lean back, twist right, center, and up. It almost feels like you're trying to get taller. Twist. Right here, think up and over. Keeping your abdominals braced as you add that twist, center, and lift. This will be the last one. Lean back, twist, center, and up. Nice. That worked all these muscles here. Reverse move would be a hinge forward. So that's going to strengthen the muscles along your spine. As you hinge forward, I'm going to turn sides so you can see me, you don't have to, but as you hinge forward, you're trying not to round your spine. You're trying to move only from your hip, and then you come upright. Try it again. As you come upright, imagine you were being pulled up from the crown of your head and you were actually getting a 1/4 of an inch taller. Here we go. So you hinge forward, come all the way up. More challenging version for this would be arms out to the side. So you hinge and up. Keep your chest lifted and your spine long and tall. Hinge. Now as you come upright, try to be a tad taller. This is it, last one. All the way up. Excellent. Okay. The muscles right between our shoulder blades are postural muscles. Those are the muscles that help keep those our shoulders back and us standing and sitting up tall. Let's find those muscles. Hands together, thumbs up. As you exhale, I want you to reach your arms as long as you can, and then think of your shoulder blades squeezing and pulling down. And then you release. I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see me. Here we are. So you think, reach those arms long as you can, shoulder blades pull back and down as the arms go back. Try it with me, go 1, and down. Again, up, up, up. So the arms are moving, but the focus is right between your shoulder blades. Last one, squeeze and release. Nice. Okay, take a little second. Let's put those two moves together. The hinge and the reach. Shoulder blade retraction. You want those shoulders to squeeze together. Here we go. So you hinge and squeeze and come on up. Hinge and squeeze. From the side. Shoulder blades pull down. I need several cameras so you can see my backside and my front. All right, only two more. You're hinging, your chest is lifting, your abdominals are in, and you're squeezing, pulling those shoulder blades together. Relax, shake it out. How'd that feel? Now's a great time to take a sip of water if you need it. And while you're doing that, I'm gonna show you what the next exercise is. It's a lateral move, but I don't want you to think scrunch like we've been doing this whole time. I want you tall and lifted. Again, like you're being pulled up from the crown of your head. Your torso is going to go up as you reach as if you were going to grab something from the floor. Then you're gonna put it to your pocket. Then you're gonna reach and hand it to the person next to you that's just a little too far away, and hands back to your hips, okay? Let's try it together. So you reach down, and up, and out, and in. Now that's the action, that's the motion. Let's not focus on what the arm is doing, but focus on what you're feeling here on this side of your torso. Okay, so as you reach out, this side lengthens. Now this side is what's pulling you back to center. One more, you gotta anchor your left hip. Don't let your left hip lift. All right, over. All right, I lied. This is the last one. This is the last one. Out and down. Nice. So that's the muscles that are important to that help you reach and twist and lean and to the side. Okay. So let's do the other side. Again, find your abdominals, brace them, find your spine nice and tall and lifted as you reach over, and when you come back up, you use this side of your body. Ready? Let's do it together. Here we go. Over and upright, out and up. Again. Now it's important that your right hip is seated solid in that chair. It doesn't do you any good if all of this lifts to go over, right? You gotta anchor before you reach out to the side. Now you're focused on your abdominals. That's what's doing the work, okay? So out and in, low and up. One more. Out and in, and give it a little reach, shake it out, release. Go ahead, get a little slumpy, and then reset your good posture. Spine long, chest lifted, shoulders back and down, breath deep. Let's grab our exercise tubing. So mine was right behind me. I hope yours is right close. If you don't have one, don't worry. You can go through the motions with me. Just the tubing, what it does is it creates that tension, that resistance, so that your muscles work a little harder. So first, let's make sure no little tears. So you just inspect your tubing. Good. From here, I want you to take your tubing and place it under your feet. So I first lift my right, then my left, and I have it right on the arch of my foot. Or I guess the band is right under the arch of my foot. You do the same thing. Then you have your hands in your handle. Hinge position like we practiced before. Remember, so no rounding. You're thinking up and over as if you were looking over a cliff. The back of your neck is long, but this is still too long. So you have to loop, and then depending on what's comfortable for you, you might need to walk your fingers down a little bit. From here, you have good amount of tension on the band, and the exercise is a pull back as if I'm trying to put something in my pocket, and then I slowly release, so the tubing is creating resistance in both directions, right? So I'm resisting, that tubing is kind of making it difficult for me to lift, but then I want to slowly lower or else the tubing will take me back too quickly. All right, you and me, here we go. Exhale, 1, and down. I want you to be feeling right here, right in the middle of your back. And down. And again, exhale, release. Exhale, release. Elbows should be moving towards the back of the room, not up towards the ceiling. Okay, so exhale as you lift. Go. Exhale, release. Exhale, release. 2 more. 1, release. Last one. Oh my goodness, shake it out. Take a little breather. Whew. That was for these muscles right here. It's your latissimus dorsi. It's a large muscle right here in the middle of your back, and that's important to balance out all the work we did for our abdominals, right? We're trying to strengthen all these muscles in your core. Okay, take your band. You're gonna take it out from under your feet, and let's work our chest muscles. Take your band behind you. With it behind you, kind of wiggle it up so it's right underneath your arms. Handle in your hand, then you loop it like we did before, so now it's a little shorter, and this side loop, and it's a little shorter. Thumb up, thumbs up. Exhale as you reach out, together, out, and in. That's the exercise. Check your posture. Sitting right up on those sits bones, spine tall and lifted, shoulder blades back and down. Inhale as you exhale, extend, out and in again. 1. Again. You know, there was a reason we did the abdominals first, because I want you to feel them bracing through all these other exercises. So even though I'm sitting up tall and the focus or the movers are my chest muscles, so that's where you're probably feeling it, I want you to notice your abdominals. Can you really engage them? Brace. Find them again like your belly button was being pulled to your spine. Make sure you're breathing. That's very good. We have a few more. 1, 2. So your arms getting a little tired? Feel that squeeze right there. Last one. And go ahead, release. Shake it out. Excellent. All right. So put your band behind you. We're not going to use it for the rest. We got the chest muscles. We got your back muscles. We got your abdominals. We got the muscles that move you side to side and twist your torso. Now we're gonna focus on the hips and the muscles that help you stand up and sit down. Sound like a plan? All right. With your feet flat on the floor, and again, check, sometimes we don't even notice that we get our feet tucked under or heels lifted. So get your feet flat on the floor. Put yourself in that hinge position again and push into your right heel, and see if you notice that the buttocks of your right side, you feel those muscles squeeze, and release. Let's try this side. Push into the ground with your heel and feel the buttock squeeze. Okay? Try it again, right side. Push down and release. And push, like you're trying to smash a bug with your heel. And release. All right, take your hands. I know, that wasn't very nice. Maybe it's a nice bug. Okay, how about if we do this? You're trying to put a footprint into the ground and release. This side, footprint into the ground and release. Now we're gonna do both at the same time. So a couple of things. Abdominals engaged. Body in a hinged position. Push your heels into the ground, and this time see if you can lift your bum off the chair and then come back up. So it's a pretty complicated movement. Hinge, abdominals, push into the ground, squeeze your buttocks, and then lower. That's what we need to activate to get up correctly without putting stress on our knees. You want to try it again? Here we go. Into the heels, shoulder blades down, push, squeeze your buttocks, and then release. All right, let's keep all of that in mind as we're going to try to lift all the way to standing position. Your choice if you want to use your hands here or if you want to put them on your thighs. This is going to be a little bit easier. This is going to be a little more challenging. Key is to make sure you're going forward. Push into your heels and come all the way up to standing position. Now squeeze your buttocks, open up your hip flexors, body tall and lifted. So you don't want to stay halfway. You want to come all the way up. How do you feel? Good? Let's reverse that. Hips hinging back. Hands are there to guide you. Have a seat. We're going to do that 4 times. You do it at your own pace, okay? Hands on your thighs, hands across your chest, or you're going to use your hands to help you get a little boost. Hinge. Squeeze your buttocks, stand up, and then release. So remember, you might be at a different pace than me. That's okay. Just try to make sure you do it 4 times. Are your abdominals bracing and are you breathing? Exhale. And then this is going to be our last one. Exhale. And then all the way down. Whew. All right, nice. Very good. Okay, I have another exercise for you. Similar area that we're going to still be working, okay? Take your right leg and move it out. So here we are. You're kind of facing the corner of the chair. Push your heels into the ground, but now your toes are turned out, and we're going to activate some different muscles in the buttocks. As you hinge forward, keep your knees out, and come all the way up to standing position. And then hinge back, and then come all the way up. Try it again. Hinge, squeeze your buttocks, keep your knees pressing out. Exhale, lower all the way down. Can we do it again? Hinge forward, push into the ground, exhale, knees press out, squeeze your buttocks tightly, hinge as you sit. All right, bring this leg back in. Guess what? Let's go to this side, shall we? So you're gonna take the leg out. So you have if I was facing you, it's a really wide seated position, okay? Here we go. Hinge forward, abs in, shoulder blades back and down. All the things we've been working. Engage all those muscles as you stand up, squeezing your buttocks tightly, abdominals in, and hinge back down. All right, here we go. Hinge, squeeze, lower, and lift. 2 more, hinge. Woo, we got this. And lower. Last one, hinge, squeeze your buttocks, knees press out, chest stays lifted, shoulders back. Oh my gosh, there's so much to think about. And come back to center. Whew. All right, well, the last part of the class I want to focus on is range of motion for all of these muscles that we've just strengthened, okay? Start with the rotation. You're going to take your left hand to the outside of your thigh, pull yourself up nice and tall, feel your abdominals engage, and imagine you can only move from the waist up. Your hips are going to stay locked in place, and you're going to twist as far as you can. Now to help with the range of motion, take one hand behind your chair, the other hand to the outside of your knee, still lift it up nice and tall, and then I want you to try as far as you can behind you. And then come back to center. It helps sometimes, right? If you really know where you want to be moving. I want you to be moving here in your middle back. So here we have position, tall and lifted, up and twist. And then you look over your shoulder if you can. And come back to center. Good job, circle those shoulders. Okay, same thing again, because now we know what we're doing. You're gonna take your hand here, deep breath in, twist and look over your shoulder. Hold it there and breathe. Back to center. Whew, other side. Again, tall, lifted, anchor your hips, look over your shoulder. Can you go just a tad farther? Come back to center. Whew, okay. Take your right arm. You're gonna reach up, up, up if you can. If that bugs your shoulders, you can keep your hand bent right here on your shoulder. You're gonna stabilize with your left hand, and as you lean a little bit and you reach, you're gonna feel a stretch all along the side of your body, and then come back to center. Shall we try the other side? Here we go. Think up, 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 anchor, and go up and over. Oh, that always feels so nice, doesn't it? Come back to center and lower down. Here we go. Reach up, inhale, anchor your right hip, and stretch up and over. Excellent. Whew. Okay. Shoulder circles, up, back, and down. Just wanting to maintain that mobility in the shoulders. As you go back and down, engage those muscles right between the shoulder blades to lower and press those shoulder blades down. Last one, here we go. Up, back, and down. Nice. Chest stretch. Take your hands. We're gonna take them to the back of the chair. See if you can grab hold. Lift your chest and pull your shoulders back to open up all the muscles here in the front of your chest area. These guys can get pretty darn tight. Now notice what's happening with your posture. Your abdominals are pulled in and your low back is long. You don't want to be tilted back. So sometimes we go to stick our chest out and it arches our back. That's too much. Just hold here. Oh, that feels good, right? Come back to center. Shake it out. Let's do that again. If you felt like you could go for a little deeper stretch, I want you to see if you can't grab your hands together behind you. Take a big deep breath in and then lift. Excellent. Go ahead, relax, shake it loose. Okay, let's loosen up our hips. Take your left leg and kind of extend it out a little bit, and your right leg is going to cross over. Then as this leg, you want to get this above your knee. Then as you slide this bottom leg in, you have this leg just above the knee resting on your thigh. And if you're like me, just this position alone, you start to feel it in your hips. So that's what we're trying to stretch right here, is your hips, the back side of your hips, okay? Deep breath in, couple of things to make it a little deeper. Hinge forward. There's that hinge again. Shoulders back and down, abdominals in, chest lifted. So all the same postural things that we focus on during an exercise when we're trying to strengthen the muscles, we still do that to lengthen the muscles. Oh boy, you feel that? Okay, try this. Come upright, turn towards this knee, and then hinge. There's a little slight different stretch. I love this stretch, by the way. Inhale, exhale. Come up, come back to center, and let's do the same thing other side. So you let this leg drop down. Now, if you can go ahead and lift this knee all the way up and place it on top of the thigh, great. I was just showing you a version to make it a little easier. Sometimes it's easier to put it above the knee when the leg is straight, and then you bend. Here we go, hinge forward. Relax. Again, sometimes if we focus too much on good form, we go like this. I want you to just breathe. Inhale, exhale. Good form, long spine, hinge position, and you're feeling that stretch right there, aren't you? Come up, and let's turn towards this knee and hinge. Another subtle tip is think of your hip bone reaching to the back of the chair. So that subtle little press back, that deepens that stretch a little in your hip. Well, guess what? Come back to center, lower that leg. We work the entire core area, your abdominals, your back, your hips, your shoulders, and it felt good, didn't it? I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you join me again for some more body strength training. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you.